Fasting, the sacred art of emptiness. There was a time when humanity understood something we have almost forgotten. Emptiness does not diminish us, it reveals us. Before temples, before books, before words themselves, fasting already existed as a language. A silent dialogue between the body and the invisible. When food stopped, listening began. In ancient Greece, the disciples of Plato fasted before approaching higher knowledge, not because they rejected the body, but because they respected it. They knew that a saturated body becomes heavy, and that thought, in order to rise, needs lightness. To fast was to cleanse the threshold of consciousness. The Pythagoreans called it purification. The sages called it preparation. The initiates knew it well. The spirit does not enter a full body. Fasting as a sacred portal. In the East, yogis fasted to dissolve the ego. In China, Taoism understood fasting as a way of dissolving into the natural flow of the universe. In ancient civilizations, fasting preceded sacred rites. Religious traditions preserved this ancient ritual. Moses fasted before receiving the law. Jesus crossed the desert for 40 days, where hunger became revelation. Other spiritual paths also recognized fasting as an act of inner discipline and recollection. In Buddhism, fasting opens the door to fertile emptiness. Across all spiritual paths, the message is the same. When the body becomes still, consciousness awakens. The inner desert. To fast is to enter the desert. And every desert is a trial. At first comes noise, hunger, restlessness, resistance. Then silence. And finally, something deeper, clarity. Fasting reveals what we usually cover with food, stimulation, and urgency. It does not only cleanse the body, it undresses the soul. That is why it has always been a spiritual practice. Because it confronts us with ourselves. The body as an alchemical temple. Modern science has given new names to ancient wisdom. During fasting, the body enters a profound state of internal alchemy known as autophagy. Old cells dissolve, damaged structures are recycled, what no longer serves disappears. The body becomes its own healer. It follows the same law as nature itself. What is no longer useful returns to the earth. In epilepsy, fasting-based metabolic therapies calm the storms of the brain. In cancer treatments, fasting is being studied for its potential to protect healthy cells while weakening diseased ones. As if the body, when deprived, remembers how to defend life. It is not magic. And yet it feels like it. The invisible purification. While fasting, something else happens. The mind becomes clear. Emotions settle. Time slows down. Many describe it as inner expansion. Others as an ancient peace. Because fasting does not only detoxify organs. It detoxifies intentions. It teaches us that not everything must be filled. That some spaces exist only to be listened to. The mystery of emptiness. In a world obsessed with consumption, fasting becomes a sacred act. A reminder that we are more than hunger. To fast is to tell the body, trust. The mind, be silent. The spirit, speak. The ancients knew it. Mystics practiced it. Science is beginning to understand it. Because emptiness is not absence. It is a threshold. And whoever dares to cross it never returns the same.